When did you realize your parent was the real monster in your house? My mother was a failed doctor who tried to invent her own special practice of medicine, but I didn't realize how sick and twisted she was until I was older. You see, she would always give my younger sister Madison special treatment. Every Friday, Madison would get picked up early from school, and by the time I came home, she'd be sleeping in her bed with a teddy bear in her arms and a cup of some purple liquid on her bedside. I'd always try to walk into Madison's room and drink that purple liquid, but I never got a chance to because whenever I reached for the purple cup, she'd snarl at me and say, "Don't you dare touch that. She's sick. You aren't." One Friday afternoon, when Madison was sick, I saw my mom rapidly pacing around the kitchen mumbling to herself. I asked her what was wrong, but she ignored me and kept mumbling something under her breath. About 10 minutes later, she looked like something had snapped within her, and she grabbed me by the shoulders as she said, "You stay here and watch Madison. I need to get her more medicine." And with that, she left to the store. I ran upstairs to Madison's room and saw she had a blank stare on her face, but she was awake. I asked her how she felt, and she just shook her head and said, "Not good, but Mom said she will get me something to make me feel better." I asked her if the stuff Mom gives her actually makes her feel better, but she just shrugged as she said, "I never feel sick before she makes me take it, but once I do, I feel awful. And whatever she gives me after drowns the first pain." A chill went down my spine when I realized what must be going on. "Look, Madison, I want you to trust me on this one tonight, please. Whatever Mom gives you, don't take it, and if she makes you, spit it out right after." Madison just nodded her head at me and started to drift off again. So later that day, when Mom returned and brewed Madison's next mixture, I watched from the corner of the doorway and motioned to Madison to spit it out. Sure enough, she waited until Mom left the room and let everything out. By the next morning, I asked Madison how she was feeling, and she said she felt way better. That's when I knew for sure that my mother was poisoning my sister. The next day, I called Dad at work, and I tried to keep my voice steady as I explained to him what I suspected Mom was doing. I didn't expect him to believe me, but maybe something in my voice made him listen, because he immediately left work and picked us up. We then drove straight to the urgent care clinic, asking for Madison to be checked for poisoning. I handed the doctor the jar of purple liquid and explained everything, and I noticed the looks the nurses shot one another. A few hours later, someone from social services arrived and asked us about our mom and how long this had been going on, and I explained everything. Later that night, a doctor came into the waiting room and sat beside me. He told me that whatever was in the purple mixture was not meant for kids, and that Madison was lucky I'd stopped her from taking any more because I'd saved her life. When Dad heard everything, he just sat down and cried and said, "I should have known she would try to do it to you guys after she did this to me during our honeymoon." Madison and I both curled into his lap, and he told us he would keep us safe from her. Once the police spoke to our mother, they didn't end up arresting her, but she was sent to a psych ward to be tested for mental illnesses since she genuinely did not believe that what she was doing was wrong. It's been over a year since that weekend, and Madison has finally been able to be a normal kid.